Hey everybody, it's Janine. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you clicking on today's video. In today's video, we are continuing on with our series of making beauty out of the mess. And let's see, let me back up a little bit and give you some context. We moved into our brand new construction dream home about 3 weeks ago now, and when we moved in, everything was just, as you can imagine, so all over the place. And what we decided to do, what I basically ended up doing, because the whole day got me up to here, and I was like, just pile it all in the garage and we'll deal with it later, which is kind of exactly what happened. So what I ended up doing was getting all of the boxes and all of the items that we needed to bring into the house into the specific room that they needed to be in. And then from there, now we're gonna go room by room and unpack and purge and organize and style up the areas that, that we're working on. So last week I did the foyer, which it came out pretty good, but I am gonna probably end up doing it again in the future, so we'll kind of update these as we go. But for the last week, it seems, I've been working on the pantry, and it has been so much more challenging than I thought. It was, I filmed an intro, I don't know, last week, thinking, okay, well, I'll just, I'll empty it out and I'll put it all back in, we'll film an outro and we'll be done, right? Best laid plans. So a week later, and several days of, organizing, I'm looking over there at what's left, little bit that's left of some things that I still have yet to sort through. But for the most part, the pantry is usable, organized. I won't call it really organized, but it's not exactly pretty either. I know I see those pantry videos that people do, and I mean, I am just jealous because the pantries look amazing. Like, all the little bins are, the same color, and all the little canisters match, and you're not gonna get that here. At least not yet. Maybe when we do the second time around, maybe then we'll have some matching canisters. But for now, I just wanted to make it as functional as possible so that I could at least, get cooking in here and at least see what we have. And I figured I would take you guys along. I filmed most of the process, and I'm gonna show you guys from start to finish, and I hope you enjoy.
All right, here we go. This is so embarrassing, but here's where we're starting. This is the starting point. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm just looking at it now while I'm doing this voiceover, and I'm like, that's not even all of it, because this is the dining room table. There's a lot. So the first thing I decided to do after I took a big breath and said a little prayer was empty everything out. I didn't take 100% of the things out of the pantry. I just kind of put them over in the corner or off to the side or whatever. But for the most part, I took out just about everything to try to kind of start from scratch and evaluate what we had and what needed to go back in there and what didn't need to go back in there. So that's where we're at. We're just doing the purging part for right now. And here's what is left. Like I said, I didn't take everything out because I knew most of this stuff obviously was going to go back in here, but I just wanted to make things more functional. So I took a bunch of stuff out, put it in boxes, put it on the dining room table, put it in a laundry basket. Here I'm putting the rice into a container, and I think that this is a really good way to see everything you have, even if you have to label it, you know, flour, sugar, you know, rice, oatmeal, you know, those sorts of things that if, you know, if you have them all lined up and you have them each labeled, it's just, it looks nicer. And I really honestly believe that you will use it more if you can see it in an aesthetic way. So I think that really helps. Also, I did not go out and buy a bunch of organizing containers. At this point, I have what I have, and I know I have enough, although, you know, it doesn't match and it doesn't look pretty, and they're not all, you know, the same, you know, wood and glass, or some of them are black, or some of them are gray, or some of them are brown, whatever. But I just think getting things in the containers can have a really big impact on how you use your pantry. And here's another day. I did break down and buy these little shelving things that I'm putting together right now. I have a lot of cans, and I wanted to be able to, you know, see everything and know what I have. I mean, that's obviously the whole gist of why I'm doing this, but this particular instance, I'm putting it together, I'm talking to my husband, and as soon as I got it together and showed it off to the camera, which you'll see in a minute, I set it down and realized that I put the wrong bracket on one side. So there are two, you know, platforms in each of these things. Like they go one inside the other, and they kind of like spread out, so you can make it you know, double as long. It's expandable. But if you see, and it's really hard to see here, but I put a short one on one side and a short bracket on a long bracket on the other side, and I just noticed what I did. Thankfully, it was only the first one that I tried to put together, so I just took one bracket off and replaced it with the right one. And then I made sure not to make that mistake on the second one. And here's the finished product with the correct brackets on them. They did come in really handy, and they came in a 2-pack. So there was actually 4 pieces, you know, two pieces to a set. So you'll see in a minute how they kind of like expand, and I was able to set them in the pantry and put a lot more stuff on them. I don't think it really gives more room. It just makes the room that you have a little more functional, because you can see everything up on each platform better. All right, let's put them in the pantry. I really do like how these look. I'll go ahead and put a link to them. I got them on Amazon. They weren't that expensive for what you get, so, and I lied, I did buy these and I had forgotten that I actually bought those. But as you can see, the rest of the organizing items in the pantry, I have a basket, I have some wire mesh, shelves, I have, just some random bins and some random canisters, and it looks just fine this way for now.
All right, you guys, so there you have it. This is my pantry. I am hoping it's gonna work. I will keep you posted on how things go. I'm sure that once I get to using everything that I'm gonna have to do a little bit of rearranging, but that's okay. I am happy with how it turned out. I can get to all my stuff. I know what I have. I know what I don't have, which is important because, I mean, I can't tell you how many things I had like extras of, just because I couldn't find it when I went to go buy it, or when I went to go look for it, so I had to go buy it again. So I'm hoping that this inspires somebody. Time to clean out the pantry. We'll do some, spring, summer cleaning. And again, this is the second installment of this series. So let me know which room you'd like to see next. I was actually thinking about the master bath, but we could do the laundry, we could do the dining. The kitchen is pretty much set up and functional, so although I really didn't, do an organizing video of the entire kitchen, so that would just take hours and hours and hours, and I'm not so sure that people would watch it. So I am excited. I've got a lot of work to do, feeling super overwhelmed, but we're getting there little by little, step by step. That's all we can do, right? So I appreciate you watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I really do hope that you got some inspiration and some motivation out of this. And if it was valuable to you, if you would please give it a thumbs up, that really helps me to keep going. And I hope you all have a great day.